I think the role of L&D is changing massively. If I think back a few years, it used to be a lot of course driven and putting a lot of content towards people, whereas now people have got access to the content anyway in loads of different ways, YouTube and a ton of other ways. So L&D is very much changing to having an opportunity to help people, to really help facilitate people's learning as well, rather than just training.
Of course, yeah. And for people that are new into L&D, what would be your tips in terms of the areas they need to focus on?
Oh, well, I'd say the first one is treat people like adults and don't assume. You need to help people learn, not teach them. People are the expert in them. In L&D, we are not the expert in anybody that we seek to serve. I was in Uganda recently with a team helping social workers, nurses and things like that to learn and doing leadership development with them. How can I know what it takes to be a nurse working in the slums in Uganda? However, what I can do is facilitate them to stop and think, to notice some things, to make sense of some things, and to make some different decisions. So I think the role of L&D very much is, treat people like adults and empower them to learn. I think there's something else as well that we can do in L&D, which is about curation. I'm obsessed with resourcefulness. I'm obsessed with people, with helping people to make the most of what they've got, both in terms of their talents, but also in terms of the way they learn. So I've just been busily storifying several of the sessions at the conference, because for me, there's just so much learning here that it's really important to capture it. And I think L&D again can play a massive role there, because if we just capture information, we're just going to end up being completely overwhelmed, and the technology will let us do that. And there's a really important role in kind of sense making and bringing that all together. So I think almost the old sort of librarian skills of taxonomies and sense making and context setting, I think there's a lot of those curation skills that are really going to come into play for L&D and can be used to make a massive difference for people.